A lot of my work's been with women's networks, and you're very career focused when you're delivering a talk on professional relationships for that audience. And I always used to tell those groups that being good at your job was not enough to get promoted, that you needed to have networks around you as well to support you. And there would always be at least one, normally 2 or 3 people in the audience who were looking at me as if they wanted to kill me. I really angered people, because it's not fair, is it? That if I do a good job, I should get promoted. It's as simple as that. That's how life should work. We all know it's not how it works. And I used to get so nervous, because I used to say, I used to make up all of these scenarios. Imagine this, you're recruiting and 2 CVs are exactly the same, and one person's come recommended and the other person, you don't know who you're going to hire if all things are equal. And I used to use these really convoluted ways around it, and you'd still see people in there looking at me with daggers. But I was speaking for HSBC in Hong Kong in 2019, I think, 2018, 2019. And I went through this, and after the talk, someone came up to me and she said, "Have you heard of PIE?" And I said, "No." Has anyone here heard of PIE, by the way? Does anyone know where I'm going? Normally, it's a well-known piece of research that I'm going to share with you. And Penny Haslam, if any of you know Penny uses PIE as well, but in a different context. But PIE, in its original context, was research done by a social psychologist called Harvey Coleman in his book about career development in about '96, but it's still relevant today. And he identified 3 main factors that went into promotion decisions: performance, image, and exposure. Can anyone guess what percentage of a promotion decision performance accounts for?
Very low.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if you're not going to guess very low, you're not listening to everything I've just said. Performance accounted for 10%. Image was 30%, exposure is 60%. Let's put that into plain English. If you do a good job, and if you think of a traditional hierarchical structure of a big organisation, if you do a good job, who knows about it? Your colleagues on your team? Your line manager? What role do they play in your promotion? Not huge, is it? So we have to go beyond that. We have to expand beyond that. If performance is what you do, image is what people perceive you doing. And more importantly, that is how they perceive the value to who? To them. How they perceive it's relevant to them. If performance is what you do, image is how people perceive what you do and the value to them, exposure is who knows about it. Now let's put that into our scenario, because the beauty of this, I use this with all my audiences, whether I'm talking about careers or anything else, because this transfers to any context you like. If you're leading a project in an organisation, your project could potentially be game-changing. But if people don't see that game-changing value and the right people don't know about it, it's not going to get off the ground. If you're in sales, your product might be absolutely what that client needs, but if they don't understand how it applies to them, it's going to change their life. And if the right decision makers in that organisation aren't aware, you're not going to go anywhere. So you can take this and you can use it with anything. That's why what I teach is so important. Because this isn't just about the one professional relationship you build with the one person who'll book you. This is about being strategic about the professional relationships you build, about understanding you need to be plotting out and understanding where the blind spots are in your network. Who's not talking about you, who doesn't know about you, who doesn't understand that value, who could share it for you. And the more strategic you are in the way you plan it, the more impactful you'll be. Because here's